Hello, and welcome to the second season of Legends and Lore, a unique 7-episode collaborative mini-campaign using Dungeons & Dragons 5e 2014 rules, featuring these 5 very talented content creators that will bring their characters to life, along with taking on the task of Dungeon Master in subsequent episodes. This way we shape the narrative, how they decide, building it into an epic conclusion. My name is Therese. I play Nim. Nim is a warlock, and she has been kind of the party's fairly moralistic necromancer who is aided by her companion, Maguza. Sam, please tell us a little bit about your character.
My name is Samantha Clare, Samwise Banshee on all of the socials. I play Lark. Larkspur Oruk is her full name. She is a young orc cleric who is very good friends, going back years with Saturo, and kind of got a flirty thing going on with the bard in the group. So she's a ray of sunshine, and but you know she can also bring the damage.
Yes, she can. I love it too. I want to see Lark go all out. Sphinx, please tell us a little bit about your character.
Hello there, I'm Sphinx Akasha. Sphinx Akasha just about everywhere on the internet, but also you can find me at the Everbright or at the Everbright Archive. I play Satoru. He is an Asamar Kensei monk and Pact of the Blade, Hexblade warlock. He is a former Kingsguard, kind of on the run because he committed regicide after his king killed his wife. So he is now here in this weird little land with the daughter of his sensei and good friend Lark, running a tea shop that he now runs with and serving his friends that were also shipwrecked on this weird little space. So yeah, we've learned a lot about each other and about ourselves in the process.
And you settled in really nicely with your tea shop. You made a nice little place for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as the black eye goo drippings don't get in and the customers.
There's that.
Some customers are into it.
That's true.
We join with Satoru deeply in debt. Needing some treasure. Zane, tell us a little bit about your character.
I'm Zane, other known as Table Time Zane in other places. I'm part of a crazy bunch of companions over at Table Time Productions. And I am playing Ignatius Flint. Ignatius is a very old Fire Ganassi, a grumpy old man who is on the island after the shipwreck with all these guys, learning to trust some new friends after a former adventurer that in past games we learned killed a lot of his old party. And he's come to trust this group of fools, as he would fondly call them. He's very excited to have reached a point or another pinnacle of power within his life, regaining a lot of his lost magical adeptitude.
And he's learning a hell of a lot, apparently, from what I've heard.
Yeah, he learned a lot. He did die last session, but he's fine now. It's okay.
I mean, what's
Thanks.
a little death?
Thanks, Lark.
Death is
It's fine. She got one diamond finally and had to immediately burn it. So hopefully the rest of you don't ever need a diamond because she's never getting another one.
Yeah,
I just assumed we'd be opening this episode with you asking.
That will be how we
Anyone
are
has
opening.
diamonds.
That's what did you do during my time? I'm still asking about diamonds. That's all I've got.
I think she's mining now. She's like down
Mining
the
level
mine
10.
herself.
I'm gonna find it myself.
And
Started a
Eric,
mining
please
company
tell us
on
a
an
little
island.
She's
bit
at over
about-
level 80 in the Stardew Valley mine. She's
Okay, I
finding
don't like
diamonds
feeling
now.
called out that way. I don't. Eric, please tell us a bit about Cord.
My name is Eric, and I will be playing Cord Trebleclef. He is a human bard who is attempting to create his musical masterpiece, has found some faith thanks to a nice friend of his. He's got a lot of trauma in his past, some of which we've learned about. And that's all I got.
Well, we are also unfortunately down one Atlas, our wonderful Maeve, our beautifully pugilistically lovely Maeve. She's unable to be here, but she will be in the game, and we will kind of all be taking responsibility for her as a group effort. So without further ado, let us get started. We open at the tea shop. You have all woven yourselves into the structure and the story of this town that you took up residence in after the shipwreck. You have each continued to pursue individual goals, but you're also finding new opportunities to work with one another, to learn more about one another, and as Zane pointed out, learning how to work through trauma and trust people, which is very difficult in the adventuring life. New relationships become friendships, and new friendships have even blossomed a little bit into some romance, perhaps. Maybe. As you're all sitting around enjoying... Perfect. As you're all sitting around and you're kind of all... You got your feet kicked up, you're enjoying a cup of tea. Nim is absent. Maeve is actually out getting some goods, but the rest of you are all around the table enjoying a non-Aigu dripping cup of tea. Satoru is very good about knowing your particular blends, and of course he is a consummate host, so everybody is very comfortable. What are you all discussing? What sorts of things have you been up to since the last time we joined you?
So
Satoru, let's start
listen.
with you.
Oh,
sorry, go ahead.
I was going to be like, so listen, hear me out. I think I have a name for this tea shop. It should be called the Weeping Eye Tea Shop. No? Yeah? No?
Chords
do we
artistic.
really want to bring
I thought it already had a
attention to
name.
that?
Well, we were still kind of in the process of workshopping something. I hadn't quite settled on anything yet. As weird as that name sounds, I kind of like it.
I mean, at that point, we might as well just call it the Free Scone Tea Shop, because that's what we keep having to hand out every time that... Never mind. Anyway, it's your business.
I think the Free Scone Tea Shop is, it implies you give out a lot of free scones.
I mean, we do.
Yeah, we don't
That's
wanna
my
quite-
point.
You don't want to
advertise
advertise that to
that.
everybody.
Yeah, we don't want to advertise that.
That man has cried
But
into
like-
a lot of tea.
That's where it gets its particular salty tinge.
I'm
as
getting
I
better.
look at the
Tea is
cup
not
of tea.
supposed to be salty unless it's like
not.
beef
It was-
tea.
Beef
Oh.
tea? That's just called stock.
That's true.
Yeah,
It's just-
basically.
At that point, you just use a bouillon cube, and that's the
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Bouillon cubes. That's
It
wonderful.
is the same thing.
The Bouillon Tea Shop? I don't know that that's any better.
It's not
better.
No.
That
It's not
implies we have
better.
a lot of gold to give out to people.
Yes.
You have to make sure they understand which bullion, and then the sign gets very complicated because you have to pay by the letter. So,
Yeah, no, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Weeping
Satoru,
Eye gives a lot of opportunity for logo design, for some really interesting logo design.
I am very artistic.
the bard's like, I have a job.
Interesting. Do you weep because the tea is so good then? Is that like the tagline?
Exactly.
So good, it'll make
We're gonna
him
rebrand
cry.
it. So good, it'll
So
make you
good
cry.
it'll make you cry, yes.
Not you, him. It'll make him
Me.
cry.
Oh. See, that's interesting.
Again, I've been getting better about that. I'm not weeping into so many teacups these days. It's
That's
fine.
good.
Cord reaches in his pocket and pulls out a paisley little napkin and just stabs the corner of your eye as some of it kind of comes out. There, you can keep that now.
Thanks.
Holds it up, points at the black light.
I did have a theory that if somebody consumed enough of your tears, they could get like eldritch power from it.
That's not how this works.
That's not how that works.
You don't know that.
We couldn't try something, for science or anything like that.
Listen, if you want to try it for science, I mean, you're the wizard. Be my guest.
You want him to just weep into your mouth?
Oh, I think
Could
maybe
just
with
like a vial.
A vial, just trying to catch every time he's crying a little bit.
It would cut down on the free scones because he would be catching it in the vial. And
That's true.
the
Lark will make
teacups.
this her mission to try to chase him with a vial whenever he starts.
That just
Crying
seems
now.
really
Good, thank you,
awkward.
Lark.
Don't worry, I got it. No free scone for you. And then walks away.
Sorry. Got it in the vial. No free scone.
No free scone.
People are going to love and hate you at the same time.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
I love that.
I feel
So
like they would be
for-
like
Go ahead,
chasing
Eric.
his face with the cup, like, come here. I want my free scone.
There's that one customer.
Weird village this would become
It really
because of all of us
would
living there.
Weird
These
Level
village.
people
18.
were having a perfectly nice life without us.
Mm-hmm.
be. Yeah.
The adventurers came to town.
Yeah. So Toro,
Yeah.
you have been struggling a lot with kind of processing what happened with how you came here, with how you came to go on this adventure, with how you came to be in the care of Lark, with wanting to provide a good life for her and find some inner peace. How do you feel now as you sit around with all of these people that you would, I'm assuming, call friends? How do you feel about that goal? How do you feel that you're doing in terms of kind of coming to terms with the decisions you've made in your life that led you here?
Coming to terms with a lot of that has been an interesting journey for Satoru. He believes that everything that he did was necessary and the right thing to do, but also understands that the consequences of that were unfairly thrust upon the people he's cared about, namely his sensei and Lark. And so he also has come to terms over time that his sensei, who is a master of the sword, can very well take care of themselves, and that Lark has grown into a very lovely, capable young woman who is also capable of taking care of herself. And has proven so over the past few months that we've been here. And so while there is still some guilt over the trouble that he has brought on her family's doorstep, he is not as troubled with that. And it also helps by the fact that as a level 9 warlock skill, he has gotten the contact patron feat, which he's been able to start talking to the ghost of his dead wife.
How's that going for him?
The first time was pretty traumatic, as he didn't actually expect it to work. And she shows up as lovely as ever, but with kind of more or less as a Doulahan, because she was beheaded in front of him. And so, holding her head in her arms was not quite what he expected to see. But they have shared many lovely discussions together, and have some tears as well, and he felt guilty about the fact that she died for him, because his former king, now dead king, did not want to see him leave, and that the king thought it was her fault. that he was retiring, and so killed her as a misguided attempt to prevent that.
Very misguided. Yeah.
Very misguided. And so he felt a huge amount of guilt over that. And she has been working on quelling that guilt and letting him know that, like, no, that dude was just a crazy motherfucker. He was always going to do this.
He would find some reason.
He would
Now,
find a reason.
That brings me to an interesting point. Do you believe that what he wanted was something that would have happened regardless of your wife, regardless of any other thing happening in your life? Do you believe that he would have made the same or similar choice?
Knowing what we know, knowing what he knows now, Satoru, I think, does think that he would have tried anything to get Satoru to stay. Murdering his wife, murdering his friends, his family, or what family remained, or the people he calls family, and that, you know, the impulse action that Satoru took, be it, you know, one of immediate vengeance and anger, was in fact the right decision, whether he understood it at the time or not. It prevented a lot of lives being lost.
And that's a hard thing when you are loyal to a king or a country, when it gives you back such a horrible gift of misguided loyalty and deference. It is a difficult thing to kind of come to terms with in your head. So it's
Absolutely.
good that you're getting to talk to your wife and kind of work through that, because obviously the guilt that you feel for her death is not really yours, but you still feel it.
Yeah.
Lark, you have been growing by leaps and bounds. You have fully embraced this new life. You have worked incredibly hard to improve your skill sets, to build a place for yourself in this town. You've been getting to know a certain handsome bard that we're all aware of. And you've basically just kind of, you're not the mother of yeah, you're not the mother of the group, but you are kind of the soul of the group. Satoru is kind of the blade. He's kind of the guardian. Lark is very much the soul. And so as that soul and as that kind of burning coal that tries to keep everything going, including yourself, by the way, how do you feel that you are doing coming to terms with everything that brought you to this point in time?
So, one of the things that I think Lark has had a lot of sort of a realization, and especially with, you know, her goddess is Morgana, who is this, as much as it is flowers, it's a death goddess. She's a grave domain cleric. And, you know, for all of her hounding Trader Max about diamonds and all of that, the one time she finally got a diamond, within the 24 hours of getting it, she needed it and needed it to help bring Iggy back. And I think especially because, so the Raise Dead spell, which is what she would have had to have used to have brought him back, is one of those that it's like he gets brought back with 1 hit point and he takes a -4 penalty for every single roll, mechanically speaking, and then, you know, that goes down the next day, it's -3. Like, it's a recovery period that he has to go through, and obviously Lark would have been the person to be there caring for him and helping nurse him back to full health.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I imagine you're a shit patient.
I'm sure he was.
No,
yes.
no, I'm the worst.
I have a paper cut. Ooh. Yeah.
Where's
but-
my
Too
soup?
cold. I want my socks on. Take my socks off.
But I
Yeah.
do think there's a part of her that has almost, like, I don't want to say like given up in the like, oh, I give up sense, but like in a, she has decided to it's the acceptance of there is a higher power. When I needed the diamond most, I had one. I can keep asking Max for as much as I want every day. If he's going to have one for me, then that is what is in the stars, and that is how it's supposed to be. If he does not, then that is out of my hands. That is not what the goddess wants. And I think she's had kind of a realization within her own faith, coming to terms with some of that too.
Do you think she feels stronger because of that acceptance, that she can let go of that little bit of like, this is my responsibility as this character?
It's a little bit of the, if I get my powers from a higher power, if the higher power wants it to be this way, it will be this way. And the answer is, especially going to that other timeline and seeing how her life was in that other timeline, like, that was how whatever power wanted that timeline to work out. I am in this timeline. This is the assignment I have been given. I will try my best and my hardest to accomplish what I can here. But if there is something outside of my power, I can't change that. I am not responsible for things outside of my power. And I think it's a little, almost a calming of anxiousness in a way of accepting that if I can't help people, then that is the answer, but I will try my hardest always to do so.
Yep.
Which has been what she has.
Is to help.
Yes.
Whether you can or not. Yep.
Yes. But,
you feel
especially
good about that, though? Like,
feel
good about that.
So guilty just coming from the, her childhood where she lost her friends and felt like it was her fault because she couldn't help. And it's had a bit of a calming of, okay, but you're like, I couldn't help. That's true. I couldn't. And that was not how it was supposed to go for this timeline, and seeing other timelines that clearly it worked out differently over there, and that's fine. And we just kind of have to live life day to day and do our best.
Yep. That's true. That's a good realization. That's a good form of acceptance. And I think that's something that is one of the hardest things to come to terms with is our culpability in the greater scheme of things as people, as practitioners, and especially when you're somebody who's very strong and very capable, and you're somebody who's kind of come to that realization of just how strong you really are.
Definitely.
What about Cord then? Like, how are you feeling about your time with him and that burgeoning bit of hand holding?
Yes, we've definitely had some hand holding. I believe there was a date in there somewhere on the beach. I think she still is, just because she, again, hasn't had a boyfriend before or anything like that, is just very much like, he's supposed to make the first move, right? Do I do anything? I don't know what to do. Like just her being nervous, not really sure of what to do in romantic situations. But she's trekking along as best as she can. I feel like on some parts, she kind of wants to ask Citro for dating advice, but also because he's not like a cool aunt. He's still like an older uncle. Like, it's just the vibes are not quite the person she would go to be like, let's have the birds and the bees conversation or anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think
and then you have Maeve and Nim as the women around you, just one of whom is very murdery, and the other.
I was gonna say, I feel like Maeve would just be like, well, what you do is you take him at knife point, and then Maeve's like, oh no, I don't want to know anymore. Like,
you tie him up.
Yeah, exactly.
You tell him to, you strip him down, you tie him up, and then you interrogate him. That's step one. And then Nim just crawled out of a cave. So her experience of men is that they exist. That's nice. They are a thing. So, Cord, how are you feeling? How have you been kind of growing and strengthening yourself, and how are you feeling about your place here with these people? You were very, you came really kind of wanting to help your sister. You had a lot of concern about that. and you still have that concern, but you're also really kind of trying to make a life for yourself. And so how are you feeling about all of that?
So it's a great question. He was very stuck in a dark place with the disappearance of his sister. He was kind of like beating himself up that he is the reason all this happened, and maybe there was some validation. We won't know, but potentially. And he's had a lot of things happen in his past, traumatic with his father, and kind of the pathway he wanted to carve, where his father was not necessarily accepting of it, for he saw another path for him. And I think of probably the last, time-wise, we're probably like 6 months, close to a year, kind of growth-wise. Yeah. There has been a big transition with kind of like the first several months of meeting everyone and kind of realizing and seeing that these people are genuine. And a lot of people he's been around are fake. Nobles, parties, other bards, other, things like that were not quite real or true. And I think he wants that realism. He wants to be around people that he can tell what he needs to tell and not be judged, but instead be supported or helped. Yeah. And I think kind of the experience he's had probably within the last 4 or 5 months with Ark has been completely eye-opening. There is a sense of guilt to where he feels as if he shouldn't be this happy, or he shouldn't be kind of feeling this way because his sister is still missing. But then there's a part of him that really wants to kind of like continue the growth process, continue to see where these things go, because he sees her more as like a woman of faith, a very strong woman of faith. He sees her as someone who is very bright, very cheery, very optimistic. And there's so many high and different qualities that he sees that he's probably never experienced with the people that he's associated with in his social circles up to this point. And there's just a lot of things there that he finds attractive. High, mental qualities, the, conversations, the deep, all these different things. Not to mention the connection he's established with Morgana, because he's kind of taken that next step in faith and kind of learning the pathways, not forsaking his musical inspiration, but kind of finding another path, another way to kind of either meditate or pray or kind of see different forms of logic, if you will. Ignatius is one that he's probably had some time interacting with because they've spoken about his sister, and Ignatius is like, I can try to help you find this, your sister. So there's that. And then Satoru is kind of, he's, especially after probably the last episode, which was maybe several months or however the timeline was, when he gave him the, look back, that, cinematic moment, like, take care of her, and he's like, okay, like the heartstrings kind of pulled. There's probably been some growth there. Obviously, he's very cautious because he sees what Satoru can do, and he doesn't want to say the wrong thing, and then he gets sucked into the abyss by tentacles or something like that. So he's got respect. It's that fear respect kind of vibe currently. Relationships are kind of developing there. He would love to have a better relationship with Nim, but the damn Goose is always there. He doesn't do Goose. He's had a traumatic experience.
He doesn't do Goose.
No. So, and then he's also afraid.
Goose isn't one of them.
He's also a little afraid of Maeve because he just feels as if every time he interacts with her, something goes missing, and he's not sure how much more he can lose. So, I mean, that's kind of where Cord is at with these things.
And that leads us to Ignatius. Oh, yes, Lark.
I'm so sorry. I forgot to mention one tiny detail.
Please,
Lark is a mite paranoid that every few months one of us goes missing. So she has this like glitter spell that she can cast on people, and they leave a little glitter trail behind. So she always knows where all of you are because she just every morning wakes up and casts little glitter trails on all of you.
Are you the only one that can see that?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because
no, I
if
don't
not,
think so. I don't
I'm
think
totally
so.
cool with that. Cord is like,
glitter,
yeah.
glitter
Is it-
dust.
Yeah.
Is it at least
I
edible
waste-
glitter so that if it gets into the tea, it's fine?
It'd also
no.
be hilarious if we just assumed we were generating it.
Mm.
We're like, oh, look, we have like glitter coming out of us.
No, well,
We're
it's like a
rad."
glitter bomb goes off, and then just everyone in the area is covered in glitter. So just like every morning,
So
it's
you
like she's
gather
like
us.
trying to gather you guys,
Yeah.
and then does a glitter bomb. You guys are like, God damn it, she got us again.
Cool.
Like,
Got us again.
You
They
start
just
hiding it in
waste so many
scrolls
spell
and
slots
messages
onto
and
spell
like
magic.
that's the
So
thing
many.
about glitter. Like, even if you miss a day of getting glitter bombed, like it's still on you from
It's still
yesterday.
there.
Like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry, I just wanted to mention there's glitter.
No,
everywhere.
I
Piece of
love
the
that.
craft world.
I love that so
This is
much.
Craft Island. Sparkles.
Craft Island Sparkle Edition.
Dispel magic. Dispel magic. Dispel magic.
Ignatius is especially always covered in glitters, but like he had like 4 or 5 days being bed rest, like it was just being constantly poured on him.
Dispel magic. Dispel magic. Dispel magic.
Prestidigitation, he's trying his hardest.
God dang it.
You can't fight glitter. Glitter
You
is
can't.
unfightable.
Nope.
You can't.
I just embrace it.
Yeah.
Love it.
You have
Right.
to. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the glitter respects you.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Then the glitter works with you and not against you.
That's right. That's right.
It'll negotiate. Glitter and cats are proof we will negotiate with terrorists.
There you go.
That's very
Okay.
true. It's very
I
true.
do negotiate with 2 terrorists every day. They
Mhm.
are
So do I.
Yeah.
war criminals.
I have 5 war criminals in my house. Yeah.
Yeah. I have 3.
I have 3/4 of one. She's
Are you-
missing a leg.
Oh, I was like,
Oh.
ma'am, what did you do?
No.
She's like, the rest of her's fine, but one leg is really pissed off and won't.
No,
negotiate."
one leg is missing. So I have 3/4 of a cat. That's the running joke. My husband
One
calls
leg
her
is
a
fucked off.
chicken tender because that's what she looks like when she lies down.
Oh my god.
That's
That's
cute.
awesome.
We
Yep. So he calls her
we call our
Tendy.
cats chickens. We call our cats chickens all the time too. They
My
just
daughter
look so
does not
cute.
even know the cat's real name. He's always just like, Tendy. I'm like, it's not the cat. Okay, it's fine. It's the cat's
Aw.
name now. Anyway, sorry.
It'll
Sidebar.
work. So
So
Ignatius,
yes, you're all covered in glitter. Ignatius.
good. Yes, we're all embracing
Dispel
that.
magic.
You
It's
have
not
been.
worth counterspelling.
Oh no, I'm not wasting a counter spell. I'm wasting
No.
a spell magic. I have that too
glitter
though.
I'm declaring that the glitter stays. You came to terms with and kind of talked through what happened in your past that really kind of made you become the curmudgeonly, crusty, stay away from me, spindly, arthritic, weird wizard that you've become.
Mhm.
And you've worked really hard though to let these people in as much as you can then and still feel safe. And you've
Yes.
obviously recognized that they value you enough to want to keep you alive, to want to help you, to want to make sure that you stay as one of the party. And so as you have been kind of amassing your power and making yourself stronger so that you can take on whatever's coming, you're also getting stronger in terms of interpersonal relationships. But how have you been feeling with regards to this party? Is this something that you feel like you could commit to comfortably, or do you still feel like you have that degree of reservation because you worry what may or may not happen?
Yeah, I don't think Ignatius is ever going to lose that final bit of worry about what could happen, because it's happened before, and so he's kind of too smart to realize that, you know, it could possibly happen again. He's smart enough to realize that. But he also, you know, has grown to the point where he realizes, you know, this is not, you know, the same situation. This is not the same story that's being told out. And, you know, trusting these people and trusting the people around him and having these kinships is just as important this time as it was the first time. And even more so, he's realizing where to pick up on these things a little bit more and where to dive a little bit deeper and offer help and let himself be helped. He may not be the best patient when it came to Lark's administrations and helping him regain his life, but he would never say no to anything that she wanted to tell him to do. Go walk around, go do these exercises, or here, you need your medicine. He was grumpy about it, but he would never say no. You'll
grumble, but you'll do it.
Yeah, as a very prideful individual, he champions himself on being able to refute anybody. I mean, nobody rocks around with Dispel Magic, Counterspell, and all the other magical ways of saying no to people without having a little bit of that mentality. And so he wants to be able to trust these people and have these people trust him. And he feels like he's reached that level of comfortability, even though he knows that things could still drastically go wrong. He recognizes the pain that can come from that, and he recognizes that is just a part of camaraderie.
And you have been kind of mentoring in a way, or at least kind of become a sort of mentor-like figure to both Cord and Lark, and you've helped them both as they've helped you, but it is a reciprocal relationship. They are learning from you. Yeah. And I feel like you being the way that you are, it's difficult for you to teach without all of the dire prophecy, but you've really made an effort because you want to kind of, as you say, you want to integrate with these people in a way that's not punishing them for what happened in the past. Do you feel like do you enjoy the teaching? Do you enjoy having these younger people come to you for teaching?
He very much enjoys the teaching. During the alternate life episode that we all kind of got to view, he was the dean of a college. And so I think that's always been part of him. It's not a part that he's gotten to explore, but he really enjoys teaching and watching this younger generation become more powerful, become stronger. Well, he enjoys himself becoming stronger, but at the same time, he's not without his usual level of harshness. He broaches no failure, and he accepts none as well. And he will because he's had these experiences, because he's watched his friends fall in the past and die, he dually wants to make sure that these younger party members are ready for whatever comes at them, and he's very confident in them, but that confidence is comes out harshly, and I think the rest of the party knows that, because he's a little miserly with his compliments and very open with his criticisms, but when he does compliment, he's very sure to make them feel like they've accomplished something and give them examples of saying, hey, this is like, I wasn't able to do this until I was such and such, and had to go through all these things, and you're accomplishing this on your own without any of this external crazy force, And so having that positive reinforcement is important to him, even though he is a curmudgeon.
Yeah. And so as Satoru and Iggy, as the two kind of older members of the group who've been through the shit, you really have. Everybody take a deep breath. Do you feel like with these, I mean, we know that Maeve has a lot of trauma, and Maeve's aggression and kleptomania these are hoarding behaviors, these are protective behaviors. These, much like all of us, Maeve has come to this realization of I need to be a better person, I need to be a different person, but I also can't fully get rid of this other stuff, but I'm working on it. And we've seen her develop these relationships with everyone in the group that are kind of, sometimes it's big sister, sometimes it's more of like a friend, sometimes it's like that weird person you meet at the bar that insists on asking you what book you're reading, even when you're reading a very complicated book that you can't describe very simply, they still want to know. So as the two kind of older members of this group, do you feel like you are in the back of your minds, in that seed that you carry, that's that essence of all of the shit you've been through, do you feel like you are somehow preparing yourselves and these other people for something that's coming? Or do you feel like this is just a sort of general all-purpose training, awareness, vigilance, growing sort of thing that you're working on with them?
I mean, from Satoru's perspective, like, there's a responsibility that he feels to them all, and given everything that they have experienced since they've been here, it's not even so much preparing them for something that's coming; it's preparing them for what's already here, and the weirdness that they've been seeing, not just from him, but from the island itself. And so doing what he can in some subtle ways, but also some very loud ways of preparing them for, like, hey, we've been seeing these weird things, we've been experiencing some weird shit. I'd rather us be prepared for it and able to deal with it than to be caught off guard as we have been.
Ignatius?
Yeah, no, I echo that statement pretty hard. It's Ignatius, especially after dying and being resurrected. He's very much convinced that this island, this area of the world, has more to offer in the terms of danger and confrontation. So part of why he's so insistent and such a curmudgeon about training and such and so much of like a get on it, you guys need to do this, is because that he feels there's something else coming, that there is maybe a final confrontation down the road, because he's been there and he said, he's had a final confrontation, and this, everything that's happened feels like it's leading up to something greater.
Namely Eric. Now,
namely
Lark and Cord, as the younger members of the group who are kind of getting all this new knowledge as well as coming into your own as individuals, do you get a sense at all that there is something coming, or that there is something here? And do you feel like you're ready to face it? Or do you feel like you still kind of a little bit hesitant?
I think Lark is very concerned about sort of the otherness that runs deep in the island. When we first got here, the skeletons that don't look like any humanoid species that we are familiar with, the stone that she found, that it was like clearly a fae picked this up and made it into their own thing, but it wasn't from anything natural. Ignatius with the crown and all that, like there's just been sort of this undercurrent of something alien on this island that I think makes her a little nervous, just especially with, if those things were so powerful, why do they seem to all be gone? But then they're tech is left behind. Like, we clearly have different time travel, different timelines, different planes of existence. She's not sure why all of this stuff seems centralized on this island. And I think it does on some level feel like there is a second shoe that's going to drop. But she doesn't, again, she's looking at a handful of puzzle pieces. She doesn't have the box of the cover to even know what the image is supposed to look like, or if she even has all the pieces of the puzzle in front of her. So it's kind of, again, in that mentality of, I'm just gonna live day by day and try my best. But
Yeah.
there's definitely a sense of dread of something on the horizon under the ground, especially of where they are.
Cord,
The way
how are you
describe it
feeling
sounds
about
like
things?
Lost.
Sorry.
I think Cord is
A
naive.
smart monster.
I
Yeah.
think Cord is just young, mid to late 20s area. He's learning so much. He's kind of having an eye-opening experience with religion. He's kind of found what he would feel at this point as he's been processing and thinking everything's possibly like his person to connect with. Not sure like where things are going, but like I think for the first time he's kind of feeling like this is what a lot of bards and poets and all that they write about, that they sing about, and it's like, this is it. This is kind of like what I've read and heard and all these things. I think his biggest thing is that he sees all these other people, and I think his gaining knowledge from Iggy is his mentally, he's thinking like a young person. This person may not be around much longer. I want to try to get as much knowledge from them so that I can carry. Well, so he can carry on the legacy.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, he's trying.
What do you mean
to,
you're not that old?
Not quite yet, Ted.
he's trying to gather it so he can carry on the legacy, out of respect, some things, and use that bit of knowledge to better himself as well. Same thing with Satoru. Like, it would be like, these are the things that I had done, learning from the examples so that you don't fall on the same, pitfalls or tribulations and things like that. So I think that's kind of where he's at. As far as thinking, the world is going to come to an end or there's something else. No, I don't think Cord's that way, but that's kind of where he's at.
That's why he got a smart, hot girlfriend. He's like, she'll worry about it.
She'll take care of it.
She'll let me know if I need to be concerned. And so, and what's interesting, I think, too, is that Cord, you've kind of found not one but two father figures in a way that are the kind of men that you wish your father had been, the kind of relationships that you wish you'd been able to have. I think, for better or worse, Maeve is kind of this, another sister. She's kind of the grumpy, weird older sister that you'll love even if she's weird and steals your shit. And Lark, I feel like you, having had to leave your father, and you're with his best friend, you have that legacy alive. But I also feel like you're forming new family relationships as well. You're kind of branching out your tree. Everybody started on their own family tree, but now you've all made your own tree and you've all made a branch and you're all kind of growing together on that. And I think that having that growth is incredibly important for what is going to come. Because as Lark said, it's like we're living in somebody's house that has been abandoned, but they could come home at any time. And we don't want to be caught sleeping in their bedroom and eating food from their pantry. So I feel like, yes, I think that's a very astute observation, that we are kind of in a place that is weirdly liminal in terms of the power that seems to reside on this island. Now that we've kind of caught up, now that we kind of understand where everybody's thoughts and feelings are, you are all enjoying your tea when suddenly a man named Tomas runs in. Tomas is the town miller. and he has his water mill out by the lake that Nim typically goes to meditate with Maguza. He comes running in and he says, "You have to hurry. The goose is going crazy. Something's happened. The girl is down. You have to hurry. The goose is raging. It's so mad. You start being able to hear very loud, anguished honks coming from that direction." And he's like, "You have to go now because I could not wake her. I couldn't wake her, and the goose is trying to bite me, and I don't know what to do. So please, just do something."
So you're saying the goose is loose?
Oh my god! Well done,
Cord. We've been over this. Deep breath.
Satoru, I demand a free cup of tea for that terrible joke at a time like this, and I don't want any black tears in it this time.
We'll talk more about that. He gets up.
Well,
and
if
goes
you
to
want
get
the
his
flour
sword.
for your scones, you better talk about it later. What do you do?
Cord is panicked. I cannot go near that goose. It is insane. I told you we should have killed it a long time ago. I don't know like it.
The goose is fine. It's probably worried that something's wrong with Nim. If Nim is
Don't you
unconscious-
hear the cries of the demon bird? It is honking furiously. It is clearly angered.
Okay, well, let's go make it less angry then. Is that a good idea?
I can't.
Deep breath.
Satoru
Box
is
breathing.
putting his sword in his belt, and he puts a hand on Cord's shoulder. You're going to be okay. You can do this. I believe in you.
Like,
Yes.
didn't you remember that we told you we were falsely spreading rumors about the goose to fuck with you?
Yeah.
How do I know you're
Like-
not falsely spreading rumors right now? Huh? How do I know that?
That makes
No,
no
it's a
sense.
double
Cord.
blind.
Get off your brain.
Cord, we will all
Human-induced
protect you from
paranoia.
the goose should the goose attack. But if something's wrong with Nim, let's go see what it is.
We
That's
should
fair.
go take care of Nim.
He will instantly hold Lark's hand, and you can feel that he is trembling, and he is afraid, genuinely, but he will go reluctantly.
And she gives it a squeeze, like, it's okay, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Maeve comes running around the corner and runs into the tea shop, and I can't do her accent, but the gist of it is she says, "Do you hear the goose? The goose, we have to go. Like, that goose is Cord, are you going to be okay?"
How long does
Yes,
it take us
we
to
won't-
get to the lake usually?
It's a quick run. It's a matter
Okay.
of minutes at a quick jog. Yeah.
All right, quick jog.
So you all make
Well,
your way.
I'm not jogging quickly.
That's
Okay,
true,
well,
you're
you
not.
can float, stumble, crotchily
Stumble.
walk. I don't know. Okay.
I didn't take
You're gonna
fly.
Satoru will kneel and gesture to his back. Come on, old man.
I was about to say, like, Demon Hunter style him. Put him in the little wooden box on your backpack and run.
I guess I'll hop on Satoru's back and just wrap my staff around his chest, and then I'm like a little side satchel.
Cord, am I going to need to do like a shield of faith or something to get you to like approach?
Now, Cord is like a little toddler that doesn't want to go. He
Uh-huh.
goes reluctantly, and he's like, "I don't want to go," like kind of in his head, but he's going.
Would it help if I modified your memory to not remember the
You
goose
stay
or
away
all
from
the
my
terrible
memory, old
things?
man.
Let's not
You
do
stay
that.
away from it.
I'm just asking. This is a legitimate way you could deal with this.
I don't
I've
trust
got
you.
it right
You
here.
tinker
It's
around.
ready. In the
I
spell
don't
book.
trust you is the
I prepared it today.
I prepared it today. Oof. Okay.
It's one of those. I keep that one on the ready. You never know when you're gonna have to modify the general store owner's memory about how much gold you owe him.
Let's keep that one quiet.
Yeah. Let's.
So you all, one way or the other, get to the lake, and you do indeed see Maguza is pacing. Her wings are out. She keeps doing the S shape on her neck. She's very worried. She's throttling along Nim's jaw. She's trying to wake her up. And yeah, she's just basically looking at you like, fucking do something.
Yeah, can I go over and check her out, see if there's
You may.
medicine check or whatever I'm just trying to see what is wrong with him.
Oh yeah. Of course you can.
Okay.
That's not going to count as one of your.
Okay, I was like, sorry, I'm down one, but
we're not there
okay.
yet.
Yep.
That's what she would do. She's got to make sure she's okay. All right. So do you want me to roll a normal medicine check then?
Yeah, please.
To see how she's doing. All right, that is 26 total.
That is an excellent medicine check. She's dead. Full dead. Cannot be revived. Dead.
Oh.
The body's not been torn, rent, anything like that. There's no wound or injury. It's literally just like she fell down and died. As you perform this check, and it's oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. I was gonna ask, but no, please go ahead.
You can ask if you wanna.
I was going to engage Lark and say, so she doesn't look very good.
She's dead. I don't have a diamond. She's dead.
What?
I don't know what happened. She looks fine. There's no wound. There's no. But she no pulse, and she's not there.
Flips through my spell book, looking for something, anything.
As you look through your spell book, one by one, each of you falls down and dies.
What?
Literally,
It was
Cord
the
has
goose
his
the whole
rapier,
time.
rapier pointed at the goose, and then just dead.
Yeah. And I mean, as far as you know,
as I'm getting creation, as I'm getting ready to try to cast creation to create a diamond, I die.
And so I
Now,
die. Oh.
I'm here for you, Lark. I'm sorry.
One by one, you collapse and you die. And you wake up in a space utterly unfamiliar. You've never been there before. You've never seen it on the island. It is dark. It is overhung with heavy lichen. It has those bioluminescent pinpricks of light, but otherwise you are in a very dark, still grotto.
Are we
On the
all
floor.
together or are we alone?
You're all together, every one of you. On the floor in front of you is Nim's body. You have all been able to stand up, to look around, to assess your surroundings. Nim is the last of you, still laying down, but suddenly she begins to stand up. And she doesn't say anything. She just looks at all of you. And Maguza, who is there, has gone quiet. She is sitting in the corner. She is watching, assessing, but there is no sound. There is just you together looking at your friend. And how do you plan on addressing her? What do you want to do first? From this point on, each of you has 5 questions or actions that you may perform. You will roll a percentile die for each one. The number that you roll will determine what happens.
So I'll be the guinea pig because Lark doesn't know those ramifications, in character. She's just gonna see, oh good, Nim has risen and gone. Nim, are you okay? You were dead. Did we all die? What's going on? And that'll be one of her actions.
Are you going to, is anyone else going to say something, or are you just going to wait for Nim to respond to Lark's inquiry?
I think Satoru, given all of the weirdness that has transpired since we've been on this island, the first thing he's going to do is he's going to assess himself to make sure he's still connected to his weird magic.
Ignatius?
Ignatius tries to cast light as the test for the same thing that Satoru is doing.
You cannot.
He can't. I can't cast light. Okay.
No. And
That's
you
not
don't
good.
really need it. The bioluminescence is enough that you can see one another.
Okay.
The kind of further reaches of the grotto of the cave are out of bounds for the moment. If you wish to do like a basic cantrip for light, you can do that without rolling. That's absolutely fine. If it just is one of those things that kind of makes you feel better in the dark, I'll allow that without a roll.
Yeah, just click light.
It illuminates the
Nice little
immediate
crystal.
space around you, and you realize that it is a fairly large cave system. That being said, it really only seems to have one direction that you can go from the point that you are at. Strangely, when you cast that light, you notice that there is a sense of reflection, a kind of ripple moving over all of you. And if you look up, you realize that you are looking up from under the lake.
Oh.
Well, that's
Okay.
interesting.
That is very interesting. And Satoru will blink, and in that blinking, the eyes will go black, and it will cast Detect Magic using an Eldritch Invocation to see what the fuck is going on.
Please roll for that.
Okay. 47.
Your detect magic, you feel it like it's something, an extension of your own hands, and it's pressing at the boundary, it's pressing at the air around you, it's trying to figure out and to touch and to absorb. And what you get back is this sense of heavy oppression. Not yours, not anyone's with you, but this sense that whatever lies beyond is very bad, but also very necessary. The magic is old. It is ancient. It is a kind of magic that even Ignatius would only have ever known about in books. This is thousands and thousands and thousands of years before this island even formed fully. That's how old this magic is. But it's very strong. And while it doesn't seem to be malicious, it is very serious.
Whatever this is, it feels strong. It feels serious, but also feels necessary.
I will, being very curious at this point, does your sight have all the qualities of true seeing? Is that the invocation that you have?
No, but I am wearing a robe of eyes that does have true sight.
Terrifying item name, but okay.
It's got a bunch of eyeballs on it.
Terrifying if real.
So you said there was like this felt expansive, and there looked like there was one direction. I think Cord is going to just start drifting in that one direction. Probably to get away from Goose, but he feels as if there's something drawing him that way.
The Goose is nowhere near you. Just so you know.
Okay, cool.
It is as far away from you as it could get without being in the dark.
Sure. That makes me feel comfortable.
And
you
she
did
seems
just have
to
a
be
sword
asleep.
at it.
She seems to just have gone to sleep. She's breathing. You can see the feathers rise and fall, but she's sleeping.
Okay.
As you begin, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, before I do anything, I think I'm just going to wait for the response from Nim, because Lark asked her something.
As Cord begins to move toward the dark recess of the other space, Nim takes that jerky step forward, that kind that's almost like a puppet master has jerked too hard, and the shoulders come forward and the body moves, and she stands there and she's kind of hunched over and she's looking at you, and you watch as her hands and the fingers dig into her chest, almost like knives going through fondant. There's no resistance there. She digs those fingers in, and the flesh rips apart. And what happens is this new figure, as though it had ripped off this body like a shirt, this figure emerges, and it is gory and slick from this violent birth, and it falls to its knees. And as it does, it points to the direction that Cord is going. And you begin to hear sounds drifting back to you. But before you can really identify them or make them out to be particularly known noises, it's the smell. It's the scent of smoke, the actinic tang of cordite, the copper penny of blood. You smell war. You smell lots of death. You smell despair. You smell trenches. And then the sounds become a little clearer and a little clearer. And you find yourselves moving into that space, almost as if you're on a walkway that's just taking you there. And you move kind of like phantoms over this dead and dying landscape. And it's just a constant sensory violation. It is this fetid reek of unwashed bodies. It's the sweet, sour tang of fear underlying everything. But this is not a battlefield the likes of which you have ever seen. This is a scale of death that even the hardened among you have not seen before. This is an old kind of war. This is an old kind of battle. This is a type of power being utilized against humans on a scale that is frankly abhorrent to even the most powerful of you. You can smell the pyres stacked high with the dead. You can hear the hiss and pop as fats in bodies go to a boiling point. And you can feel the water up to your shins as though you are in those trenches, and it's flooded. It's mud and offal and sanitation flooding around you. It's dead rats and limbs. And it is like you have truly been dropped into a hell of man's making. The centerpiece of this horrific tableau appears to be the crumpled, blackened frame of a Zeppelin having been shot from the sky. And as the heavy sacks of helium caught fire and began to explode, this beautifully constructed machine begins to disgorge its passengers like rag dolls being tossed onto scenery. They lay draped in the limbs of trees. They are cast over the fields among other dead and dying men. And these formerly very vital men and women are reduced to puppets with cut strings. Ignatius, as you take in this scene, your vision shifts. And instead of the ship, you see your tower aloft in the sky. And you, without any of your companions, you are trying so hard to take on the forces of one of the most powerful and evil things you have ever encountered. And this is a practitioner that somehow managed to not only summon your tower from another plane, but hurled it to the ground in the midst of this battle. And so you are seeing these scenes shift back and forth. And you are recognizing the true scale of destruction that this thing must be capable of if that's what it was able to do without magic.
Without magic, there's no magic happening.
The Zeppelin was taken out by shot. It was not brought down by magic. Your tower was, but not the Zeppelin.
Holy hand baskets.
Okay. So am I feeling rather mentally assaulted?
Are you gonna roll a die for me?
I mean, I guess not. I guess I'll just take this at face value if I don't feel like I'm being hurt by this, if I'm just, my mind is boggled and but yeah, no, I think, I'll just take it at face value then.
What do each of you think, looking upon this scene? You come from magic. You understand what magic devastation looks like. This is human devastation. This is technology. This is gunpowder and machines the likes of which don't exist anymore in your worlds. You can't imagine how this would be possible without magic. You are not feeling any pain. None of you have been hurt. None of you are being attacked. You are there almost as if you are phantoms observing this place.
Okay.
Satoru is in a state of horrified awe. He's seen war. He's fought in war. This is unlike anything he's ever seen before. It is both the scale and the type of scene that this is horrifying. It's catastrophic. He couldn't have wrapped his brain around a concept like this before now, having actually seen it. And he is trying to do the mental math that would account for how something like this can happen, and he just keeps falling short.
It's like Avernus has opened up onto the mortal coil.
Could even Avernus do something like this?
not without magic. They have engines of war. They have weapons that shoot projectiles, but nothing without magic.
Humans are really capable of something like this.
Oh man.
Or
Oh, Cord is gonna just feel for Lark's hand. Like he can't look away from it, but he's gonna try to take her hand.
Yeah, I think Lark comes from a small village. Lark has not seen... She's seen death from disease, which is not... when disease kills, it kills indiscriminately. It's not a choice, and something like war is a choice.
Yeah.
So she cannot wrap her mind around who in any civilization, anything would want this level of destruction. And I think she is just staring and doesn't just mind blank, cannot compute what she is seeing.
Lark, as you look out on this landscape, and as you say, your mind is struggling to understand how something like this happens, you notice yourself trudging through the battlefield with other women, performing one of the oldest tasks in the world, and that is looking for fathers and sons and brothers. You, along with women from the other side, you all are looking for your dead. You are all moving among, trying to see who you know, and even though you don't know these people, you recognize that this is what you would have done. This is who you would have been back then. This is how you would have used your gifts to help. One of the women that's at your side, you recognize as your sister, Cord. Lark, in your arms is the small body of a young boy. He was the piper for the regiment, and he is carrying broken and bloody pipes, and you recognize those pipes, Cord. Each of these women is a force of strength. They are this magnitude of strength and will as they make their way through this nightmare. Upon finding the body of a well-built and handsome young man, ravaged by this scene, Cord's sister Lyria lets out this absolutely unholy shriek, and she flings herself at this soldier. Cord, you recognize yourself, and you know both abstractly and absolutely that you're gonna die. You have moments to speak your final words to your sister and to the girl that you might have loved and could have married.
My final words. I'm assuming they're kind of side by side.
Yeah.
Oh man. So I think he would take Lark's hand and squeeze it twice. I think he would look at his sister and he would kind of make a subtle eye gesture, and he probably would tell her to care for her. And as he's trying to get his final breath, he squeezes Lark's hand to, and before a third squeeze can happen, he just is gone.
Your sister very gently closes your eyes, and she signals to the women to bring the cart, because they take anybody, dead or alive, they bring you home.
Right.
And in your last moments, you would have known that you are going home. But you would also know that any worries you had for your sister, she's fine. She'll be fine. She will be with Lark, and they will look out for one another. Lark, as you move on, you see a very familiar face. That's Satoru. Satoru, you are collapsed against what looks like a barricade made half of flesh and stone. It's just detritus that you managed to haul yourself up against. In your arms, you have the body of Lark's father. You are also missing both of your hands. You're concussed, and you are clinging to this man that you love as much as you could love anybody, for what he taught you, for the strength he gave you, for the care he showed for you. And as you watch this scene unfold, you feel that same sense of love that you had for that man in this life. And you also look at Lark and notice that she's recognizing that as well. Lark, your father is unfortunately quite dead. Satoru, you try to acknowledge Lark's presence. You try to get that you're very concussed and bleeding, and you have one stump that looks like you tried to cauterize it, and the other one is still raw, and you are crying. And as you look, it looks as though you're crying black tears because of all the soot on your face as the tears streak through it. It is a reflection of you now and the grief that you carry now. But instead of being able to focus on Lark in that moment, you hear that voice in your head. That voice that's followed you as a soldier your entire life. The voice that lets you kill. The voice that lets you get angry. And the voice that the man you now hold helped you keep in check. And that's gone now. So what is a man without his master, and what is a swordsman without his hands? If you cannot hold a weapon, can you fight? And what do you become when the war is over? Next to this mess of war cast off, you see a woman chained to a post, hastily bound there, as if in an afterthought to be dealt with later. That would be Maeve. Maeve was the one that killed Lark's father and took Satoru's hands. They had caught her rifling through the dead and dying. Rather than helping these wounded and injured men, rather than fighting, she simply tried to steal. And in a situation like this, there is not going to be a court-martial. She will not be a prisoner. She is somebody who not only killed an officer in the army, she is somebody who grievously wounded one of its best soldiers and pilfered from the dead. And you know when you look at her that she will be dead before the sun sets that day. And she will be left without any of her fingers. And she will be left for other scavengers to make a meal of. All of you right now together, none of you see Nim anywhere. You don't see an altar of her. You don't see where she might be. But you are on this battlefield for good or for ill. So what are you going to do?
So let me get this straight. We're seeing altars of ourselves. Iggy's dead in a tower, is what it was implied, right?
You're still alive, but you are, yes, you're basically very close to death. Yeah.
But our phantasms are kind of hovering above this whole
spectating.
Yeah.
Yep. Spectator mode. There's nothing to do.
I don't know about that.
That's what Ignatius thinks. Ignatius goes, there's nothing to do here. The battle is over. I'm not even sure who won. Doesn't look like anybody did.
I think the first thing Satoru does is look at his own hands. It's just kind of is recognizing the alternate version of himself and just kind of looking at them almost instinctively just to make sure that they're actually still there.
Mm-hmm.
Then he takes a deep breath, and I think he's going to try to see through his cloak of eyes and utilize its true sight to see if what he is seeing is actually a real thing or not.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for me.
All right. 87.
As you activate that magic, the landscape shifts into a grayscale. Almost like you're looking at some kind of weird ultrasound. And it's shifting and moving. And you're the only one that can see this in this moment. And you're watching this and you're trying to figure out why this landscape is undulating and rippling and why it seems to be twisty. Do you get closer to it? Do you want to look more deeply at it?
I do.
As you let yourself adjust your eyes and truly kind of take it in, what you're seeing are the worms, the maggots, the flies, the things that claim the land back once the war is done. You see the way that life continues even amongst the death, and that these bodies will feed generations of larvae, of grass, of trees, Fruit will grow from this blood. Wheat will spring from these bones. And you know that as horrific as what you're looking at is, it is meant to give you a comfort that nothing is truly wasted, even among the most heinous waste of life. The balance will be redressed, but it's a balance that starts small. And it is much different than the wars that you know and the ways that you know the aftermath of those conflicts usually plays out. This is no holds barred. This is nothing ventured, nothing gained, and no one truly won. Everybody lost. And this is a kind of warfare that makes no sense to you. There's no seemingly real objective. None of you can look at this and try to discern who's right and who's wrong. There's no clear indicator of anything. You don't know the conflict. You don't know the people or the players. All you know is that these versions of you are having to live through it. And that ancient and old as it may be, who you are and the roles that you occupy as the people you've become don't change. As you pull your vision back and it settles somewhat behind your eyes, you're crying once more. And you look out at the you missing the hands, holding your best friend's body, trying to comfort his daughter who's trying to comfort you. And you try very hard to find a measure of peace in what you saw, which is admittedly quite difficult. This is not a peaceful place. This is not an easy place. But it's something. Now, do you wish to relate that to everybody, or do you want to keep that to yourself?
I think Satoru does his best to try and relate it all to everyone in ways he hopes they will understand. And I won't belie myself by trying to repeat everything you said there, but I will say that he will end his explanation with, as senseless as all of this seems to be, the cycle of life and death and rebirth continues as it must. We are who we have always been.
Clark, you made the observation earlier that when you put yourself in the hands of your goddess and you accept that you can want to do the good thing, you just can't always do it. You see that in this woman that you're watching. She's giving every bit of comfort she can, even if it's just a squeeze on the shoulder. She is sitting down and applying bandages to men you know will be dead in mere hours, but it's comfort you can give, and you give it freely. And even though you have just experienced horrific grief and loss, you still draw upon yourself and your own reserves, and you give that comfort. And you feel the presence of your goddess. And you feel that she is pleased with you, that she's proud of you, because she knows that you were asked to pay an incredibly high price. But you are being the kind of person that you need to be. And you are giving what you're able to give. And that in moments like this, that small bit of comfort, that little bit of a smile or oppressive hand can remove the blood, the gunpowder, the dirt, the pain. Everything can go away when they just see somebody smile and be present for them. You gain +2 to any stat you wish.
Fun stuff.
Right?
Ignatius, for you, this scene would appear to be the epitome of your fears. This is the kind of danger and destruction that you have long felt was trailing you, was attached to you, was waiting around the corner for you. And now you see what that looks like, because as that old expression goes, any sufficiently advanced technology or civilization does appear to be magic.
Magic. They have their magic of their own. It's just quite technological.
And as Lark pointed out, indiscriminate. It is
Highly.
wielded irresponsibly.
I think that makes Ignatius more angry than anything else. He, like I've said before, is prideful, not only in his accomplishment of magic, but his control of the arcane elements and what they have unleashed upon themselves here is something that speaks of a wanton lack of control. There's no winner, there's no loser here, and it's why Ignatius says there's nothing to be done here, because you can't fight that lack of control combined with that amount of technological prowess.
You hear in your mind a woman's voice, very low, very patient, very calm, and she simply says to you, if you could do it differently, what would you do?
I wouldn't.
Ooh.
And it's if you can feel her smile within you, you wouldn't. You gain one
I would
extra
not.
7th level spell slot.
Oh.
I like spell slots.
You
Get rid
made
of
the
that.
right choice. And you feel that whatever lesson all of you are being taught, you hit upon one of its main tenets. Satoru, you no longer have to use a spell slot to cast your Cloak of Eyes.
Oh,
Nice.
no activation cost.
You, you recognized that life and death continue as hideously, as horribly they do. And that is why we have to do better and we have to be better. Lark, you recognized that doing what you can in a moment that feels like nothing can be done, that is the best of you. That is all anyone can ever ask of you, and you gave it freely. Now we come to Cord. Cord, as you said, you're a rather naive man, in your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really look at it, it's not that you're naive. It's that you choose to be very selective about what kind of trauma you invite into your life. You want to have a kind of structure you didn't have. You want to have love and friendship that you didn't get to have. You want to have your sister back in your life. You want to be able to have those moments of comfort with her. And as you lay there and you get to say those last words and she closes your eyes, the last thing that you feel, besides Lark's hand squeezing yours as hard as it can, is you feel that woman's voice again, as if she's smiling inside of you. And she says, "This man was afraid of everything. And yet, he's still here. He fought next to these people. He faced terrifying things. And he didn't run away. And he didn't blame anybody else. And he didn't try to howl and complain and lament his own death. He simply accepted it. You showed up when you didn't have to. Young men were conscripted into these fights all the time. You didn't have to volunteer, but you did. You gain +2 to wisdom.
Cool.
You also gain a bravery feat. Once per round, at a time where you would be frightened, disoriented, any kind of psychic damage, you can negate it once per round.
That's really cool.
The sun is beginning to set. You hear the crows coming in waves across the sky. You hear the last gasps of men and women around you, the coughs, the creaks of things, the weird stillness that happens when the guns stop and the blades stop and the machines stop, and all it is just a field of nightmares and loss and grief. And the women, like Lark, like Lyrael, move through, giving their comfort. Cord's body has been placed in the wagon. You will be given burial in a place that your sister knows you want to be buried so that she can come and visit you, because you matter and she wants to honor you for being brave. Ignatius, they find your body. You are still alive. Somehow, you are scorched, you are battered, you are beat to hell, but you are alive.
Oh.
And you are brought
Ignatius
to this
would like-
wagon. Huh?
Ignatius would like to try to cheat death in that case.
Ignatius is brought to the wagon. And he sees these men and these women. And on some level, you understand through the eyes of this other you that you, in your tower, are the equivalent of that captain in the dirigible. You had a beautiful, strong, intricate thing, this beautiful work of magic and artistry and intelligence and effort, and it got thrown to the ground like a child's toy. But you lived. And part of being alive after something like that is that kind of vigilance you maintain, that desire to never, ever have to see that happen again, the desire to make people understand that that cannot happen again. But you close your eyes, and your head falls upon Cord's shoulder. And you take a deep breath and you just fall asleep. You pass out. But you feel that woman smiling inside of you again, that you still made the right choice. As the sun sets fully, you see a figure in the distance walking toward you. As they get closer, you notice that they seem to be made of rippling constructs, almost like fabric or snakes or tendrils or algae. You can't quite tell, but it's moving and it's undulating and it's growing. It's spreading like a cloak over that whole field. It takes in everything. It takes every broken brick, every shell casing, every discarded limb, every shoe, every canteen, every dead rat, every broken bird. It takes all of it. And as it moves toward you, you realize that it's Nim. But when Nim speaks, it's not the Nim that you knew. In your minds, you hear a woman's voice. And she says, listen. Listen to the Avatar. Learn from her sacrifice. And be ready for what's coming. And just like that, the darkness swallows all of you up in her cloak. And it is strangely warm and comforting, as if you are floating in water. And she says to you, I am so sorry that I could not say goodbye. This has always been my destiny. This is always what I was supposed to be. I am a construct. I am a vessel. And I am death. And I have done what I needed to do. But I did not want to leave without thanking you for your kindnesses. When we meet again, I will not be me as you knew me. Cord, I know that you struggle with Magusa. And she smiles at you, and you feel that sense of humor in her. And she says, Ignatius, remember you spoke of the old ones, the old powers, the old magics.
Yes.
They're coming. And much like you...
Oh, that's just great.
Much like you, they come on the wings of betrayal. Magusa, it's not really her name, that's what we chose to call her. But she rather likes it now. Prefers it to her original name because her original name was a name of power. And it was a power that brought her high within the echelons of gods. And it was a power that her brother coveted above all else.
Mm-hmm.
And as a result, he bound her to that form. He hid the only way that she could be summoned in some junk cart of a drow merchant that just happened to make its way into this girl's palm. A girl who, without any knowledge of her own at the time, had been given as a vessel for this god to be reborn.
So the Goose is a god.
Was a god.
There was
She's
a very
just
old
a really angry lady in a goose form.
Well, if I used to be a god and I got trapped inside the form of a goose, I'd probably be pissed off too.
That would make anybody rather irate, for sure.
Told you gooses are evil.
She's not evil. Like, what? Were you not listening?
She's just angry.
She's angry, not evil.
Her brother likes these kinds of war. He likes the destruction. He likes the mess of it. He likes the chaos, and he loves the fact that good men and good women will finally turn to their deepest and darkest natures and let them loose, all to survive one more day. And she used to argue with him that that is not the true nature of man, but it is absolutely what man will do when threatened, when cornered, and when given no other opportunities. And these men do not have magic. These men did not have any way to protect themselves against the destruction that landed on their doorstep. But you all understand, especially after seeing this, the kind of nightmares that this god will unleash on this world unless you stop him.
Oh, we just have to kill a god. That's what you're saying.
Nim smiles at you, Ignatius, and she reaches out her hand and she cups your cheek. And she says, in another life, I would have loved you more than anything else. And you would have been the best of men.
Thank you, but I highly doubt that.
Wow.
She laughs and just says, I know. But it's true. Lark, you are one of the most impressive people I've ever met in my life. And I've met gods, so you have a heart that is the most beautifully glowing bright coal in darkness. And as long as you keep that lit, you will all come home. Don't ever forget that. Satoru.
I know, I'm
Satoru
weird.
of another name, of another time, and of another place. Another man who followed a king that betrayed his heart and took from him something that mattered as much as his own life, if not more. You will keep these children safe.
I swear it.
And your wife goes with you wherever you go. So take that strength. Let it feed you. Let it heal you. And let it fight with you. Because your wife was a tough-ass lady.
She really was.
And she is absolutely out for some punches.
Wouldn't have that any other way.
Cord, you're braver than you think you are. You're better than you think you are. And your sister would want you to be happy. Whatever that looks like for you. She would not want you to waste a single moment of your life not living for yourself and for your dreams and for your hopes. Don't ever think that you are naive or stupid or cowardly or incapable. You have what it takes to be an indomitable force of will. And a cheery little tune at a go. You are like that boy with the pipes. You are the one who went toward the darkness first, like a standard bearer, like a piper. You called everyone to you, and you said, let us go into this heinous nightmare, and let's face it, and let's fuck it up. Don't ever forget that about yourself. You stick close to Lark, and you keep holding her hand, and she'll get you home every time. And just like that, you're back in the grotto. And you see on the ground a woman's form. You see, unfortunately, Nim's discarded body. But the woman stands. And you notice that the goose is gone. And this woman is tall and striking, her features a little bit stern, but she is very handsome and she looks very proud and she's very naked and she is just standing there with like a what are you gonna do about it look on your face, because she was a god.
Cast creation. Give her some clothes.
She smiles and thanks you and just kind of like, shrugs on her robe. And she sits down.
It's a nice robe.
It is a nice robe. She's very grateful for it. It's chilly in the grotto. It's chilly.
Yeah, it's very cold. You need some clothing.
And so she sits down and says, my name is not Magusa.
Oh, thank God.
But I was that form.
You were the goose.
Oh.
You were the goose, right?
For thousands of years.
Just to be clear, for Cord's fears, you were the
Yes,
goose. You
I
remember everything.
You poor,
Okay,
poor
perfect,
woman.
yeah.
You poor woman, you. Cord goes and gives her a hug. I'm so sorry.
She hugs him back. She's like, my first hug in like 5 millennia. How nice. She's a little bemused by everything, but she does want to explain. And that is that, as you know, Nim did not have the best relationship with her family. And her grandmother was a very cold and domineering woman who had made a very bad bargain. A bargain that included selling her granddaughter as a vessel. The thing is, fate has a funny way of stepping in. Rather than Nim being used as a sole vessel for Maguza's brother, she became the vessel for Maguza, which thwarted my brother and has kept him quiescent for millennia. But you've noticed the strange happenings here. You know that the foundations of this prison are crackling. What?
That's like over now, right? Like he's coming.
Yep. He is.
Good.
He found a new vessel, and that vessel has been delivered to him, and he will be reborn, although he will have all of his powers. I do not possess all of mine, though I still possess a few.
Lark, I am going to create you so many diamonds. So many fucking diamonds.
I think we're gonna need them.
Yeah, no, like I'm going to spend every day. It takes me 24 hours to create a diamond, but I can create diamonds, and I'm going to keep creating diamonds until we have a pile of them.
Do you know what this vessel looks like? So
yeah, or what his name was or anything?
I do.
It'd be really funny if it was your sister, Cord.
No, it wouldn't.
For Eric,
I mean that facetiously.
Because I got ideas now, man.
It really would.
The thing
I mean that
is,
facetiously, and
The thing
kind of is
respectfully.
your sister.
see.
Boy.
You just had to jinx it, Ignatius, didn't you? You just
It's not jinxing it. I'm highly intelligent. I'm a wizard.
Maguza, who you can call Meg if you like. Meg smiles and
Meg.
looks at Cord. And she says, Nim meant everything she said to you. You're braver than you know, and you're going to have to be. Because I know what's coming. And I know how much you love your sister. And I know that we're all going to have to make choices. And I know that we are not going to like about 75% of them. I was around when that war you saw was fought. I watched.
Oh, so that was real. Oh, good.
Oh, yeah. I
Okay,
watched
just making sure.
the village full of young men and women go off to war. I watched people I knew die every day. I carried body after body after body off that field in a vain attempt to stop whatever travesty was going to be wrought next, and I could never keep up with the destruction that humans are capable of. I couldn't do it. And I need your help, because I can't do it alone now, but I cannot let my brother get out into this world, because the nightmare you just saw, it would be nothing compared to that.
Yeah,
You would-
like, imagine what we could do with magic. That would be insane.
And that, children, brings me to a very important question for all of you. How much is too much? You said you would not fight the war that way. But magic is just as capable of being as destructive, if not more so.
More so, yeah.
So, what is your line that you don't cross? At what point is the cost of life too much?
As a soldier, and as a warrior, and as someone who has been a killer, I can honestly say that I did not relish in those deaths. Maybe one. So if I must be honest, any number is too much, but sometimes necessary.
I agree. I don't relish the thought of enacting another massacre. But better than one battle than 10 or 20.
To put it in perspective, that battlefield that you saw, that war had been raging for 12 years before that day, and it went on for another 17. And it just ravaged a world. It ate it alive.
Quick question, because,
Of course.
you know, gods work a certain way.
We do.
Yes, so would you say he's a god of war?
Oh, okay.
Like, no, that was not meant to be out of game. That was not meant to be a reference, but
Yep.
that was like legitimately Ignatius asking about his portfolio.
Right. I got it.
Yeah.
His portfolio.
His portfolio.
He
What's his
is
resume
most
look like?
certainly an avatar of war. Yes,
Oh, okay, that sucks.
it does.
And you share a domain of death, I imagine, something along those lines.
Strangely enough, he is incredibly flamboyant. He loves gold. He loves trinkets. He loves chinois. He loves nice fabrics. He is incredibly luxurious for somebody that likes
Reminds
flaying people as much as he does.
Reminds me of this ancient tale of Gilgamesh that I read once.
Yes, well, these tales come from somewhere, as the bard well knows.
Yes. Books, songs, sonnets, poems.
Satoru,
Yes.
Meg holds out her hands to you to take both of your hands.
And he will take them.
She slides her fingers forward and she clasps them around your wrists, and you feel this sense run through you. And it's at once painful but warm and comforting. And when you look down, you are wearing 2 bracelets of chased silver. Your left hand will always know when danger is present, even if disguised as good. Your right hand will always know when good is present, despite any evidence to the contrary. You are a barometer for the nature of men that you will face.
That's cool.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Cord. And she beckons for you to come close, and she hands you a small bag, maybe about this big, leather.
Ooh.
When you open it up, presents. When you open it up, you find a set of pipes. The pipes you saw in that boy's hands, the pipes you recognize, the pipes that were broken and are now very whole. Much like the practice of kintsugi, where they were broken, you now see a fine seam of red inlay. And they still carry bloodstains. They are the stains of martyrs' blood. And in combat, anytime you make a move that would require any kind of sacrifice, you may do so with advantage. It is the Piper's blessing.
Oh, yeah.
Dope. Dope. Epic. Cool shit.
Lark. And she has you come forward and she says, "Please don't mind if I take a liberty." And she places her hand right on your chest, right between everything. Not too low. It was very, and she did Cord should take notes. This is how we progress with girls.
The old men are just averting their eyes.
Yeah. You feel this horrible pain move through you. It's quick. It is the blink of an eye, but it makes you gasp. And then you look down and you see inlaid in your skin over you bits is a diamond.
Shut up.
Let's go!
A beautiful diamond called the Hope Diamond. And what that diamond does is that in a battle, you will have 2 chances to raise someone from the dead. Once you have used those powers, you have to charge the diamond again. It has to be repowered. But essentially, you have 2 opportunities to revive somebody with advantage. And you revive them to half of their hit points instead of 1.
Shit. That's pretty cool.
So it like functions as the spell,
yeah,
but to half.
Yep. And she doesn't have to worry
Gang,
about finding diamonds. She essentially is the diamond from that point.
She is a diamond.
You said I'd need to recharge the diamond if I ran out of the 2 uses. How does one recharge it?
Meditation, communing with your goddess.
Okay, I don't have to like take other people's souls.
Oh, no.
I got really worried for a second. I was like, it's gonna be empty
Soul for
real
a soul.
quick. I was like, oh no.
Soul for a soul, Lark. You've got to
Oh,
steal
no.
people's souls.
I
to
cannot
fill
do
it.
that. I'm sorry.
One hand
Yeah.
takes the soul, the other hand charges the diamond.
No, I can't do that. Okay.
Ignatius just killing people and taking their souls to recharge the diamond in the middle of the night.
No.
Without you knowing.
No.
Ignatius,
The greater good.
you get a mask.
Finally, something to cover his face. Just sorry.
I'm
I
rightfully
had to wait
beautiful,
for
Cord,
somebody
and I
to
won't hear a
think-
word and get it.
You knew the joke was coming. Yep.
It is, yeah, I was like, I need to wait. I need to pause. So it is a half mask down your face that stays when you put it. It is the mask of Janice. It allows you to have what we call turnabout is fair play. When you would be faced with an opponent that would attempt to lie to you, deceive you, use deception on you, it negates it.
Just
If
like,
you
like
wish
how? What?
to be the deceiver,
Okay.
if you wish to be the other side of Janice, the mask changes to the other side of your face. And you are able to roll any deception, any stealth, or any intimidation with advantage.
That's cool.
That's really cool. Stealth too. Fucking A.
Maeve is given a bracer. The bracer is basically, it is what we call the thief's punch. It means that not only does she do an extra 1d10 of damage to any hit that she lands, it means that she also has the opportunity to steal an item from them.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
That item could be a health potion, it could be a trinket, it could be money, but she will be given a chance to roll to steal. Which is handy if she needs to have some health potions to toss people, or perhaps a scroll of magic that some other person might be carrying that Ignatius might want. You know,
Yeah.
it allows her to have a pretty hefty punch and some pretty sticky fingers.
That's cool.
I
Maybe
am no
I need
longer
that spell scroll.
the goddess that I was. I still have some of my gifts, and I have used them to give you gifts that will help you in the coming fight. I will be there to help as much as I can. Unfortunately, you are down one caster, but I am not without my own tricks.
That is good. We will need them, it seems.
Yes, we will need tricks, and to be honest, we had a lot of casters. Like,
I'm in a bit of a mood to punch people after over 10,000 years in the form of an angry goose that could only really peck people, despite rumors to the contrary.
yeah, so what do you do now? You just punch people?
I mean, I haven't started yet. I've been hanging out in this cave with you guys, so
I mean, you could
You know.
start with Ignatius. I think he's volunteering. Was that what I heard?
I'm not volunteering at
Please
all. I
don't.
don't want to
Oh,
be
okay.
punched.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
I'm
been a while,
not
like I need
volunteering. I think this is Lark going on a lark right now.
Oh, okay.
I feel like a pun is worth
Hey,
a punch.
if-
No? Okay.
No, hey,
The
if
punster will
Satoru's
be
allowed
punished.
to make puns, I'm allowed to make puns. It's dad jokes apply.
I suppose that's fair.
Did you save any
I'm
blessings
older
for
than
yourself?
him. I should be allowed more. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I was just asking Meg if she saved any blessings for herself.
That's a
One.
good question.
in her hand is a pearl. A big fat, gorgeously liquidescent black pearl. It's beautiful. When she holds it in her two hands, you see an image cast upon the ceiling. And that image is of all of you at the tavern, having tea, with Nim, with Maeve, with the townspeople that you've come to know, with free scones and drip-free tea. And whenever she holds the pearl and activates that blessing, Meg receives a advantage to any rolls involving investigation and arcana.
Ooh,
That's pretty good too.
Cool.
we like that.
Pretty good.
This is the essence of Nim's love for all of you, for the memories you gave her, for the kindness you showed her. To be a homunculus, essentially, is a hard fate, especially for a young girl who thinks she's just starting out in her life. To be found that you are the plaything of gods is a hard thing to carry, but she did. She agreed to continue to carry it. She agreed to let me take her form, and I'm only sorry that you had to lose her.
I'm sorry we didn't really get a chance to say goodbye.
Yes.
Is her remains still there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was first thing to do on Lark's list when
Okay.
this
Yeah.
conversation was done.
Okay.
Meg
Cast
is
your
able to
preserving
kind of
magics.
cast her hand over it and kind of repair the form, you know, so that she doesn't look as chest bursty.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. All the viscous goo has been cleaned up. The body is there. It is empty, but it's her. And she did leave a message for all of you. Let me find it. Hang on. And she kind of like is looking in places, and she finds this very small, I mean, it's a tiny piece of paper. And she unfolds it, and it's one of those things that like a kid would do, trying to fold a piece of paper as small as they possibly could. And she's just kind of unfolding and unfolding and unfolding and trying to get this thing open, and still it's only about this big when it comes out, and it just has 5 words on it. Be better than I was.
Aw.
And then she signed a heart and an XOXO, and then she says, P.S. Don't forget to feed Magusa. And Meg reads that and kind of looks up, and she goes, I am kind of hungry. Come to think of it. I haven't had.
I know a pretty good tea shop.
Maeve hasn't fed me
Got some good
scones in many
scones.
days, and I'm hungry. You all, in the blink of an eye, find yourselves once again above the lake, alive.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. And you see this woman now that you know is Meg, and she is what?
Sorry, just was there
Oh, no,
any
go
chance for me to have done because I have a spell that like makes sure it protects the so that she can't become undead or anything like
Gentle
that.
Repose?
While
Oh,
she's resting, I would have liked to have been able to have done that over, as much as even if Nim was a construct and not a person. And
Oh yeah,
I think she would have liked
she's
to have
carrying
done
the
a-
body.
she's got the body. Okay,
Meg
great.
has the body, and
Okay.
she is able to kind of open an expanse of dirt and very gently put her in there and close it over and have everything grow over it. And there's a stone there, and so yes, please put whatever blessings you would like upon it.
So yeah, Lark will do a gentle repose just to make sure that she is protected and can't become undead, and say a blessing to her goddess and things like that.
And you feel kind of like a deep sigh, like somebody dropping off into a long, warm sleep. And you all begin to walk back to the village, to the tea shop. One strange woman and no Goose with you. No idea how you'll explain it to the townspeople, but really it's irrelevant in the face of what's coming. When you arrive back at the tea shop, Satoru, there is... What?
I did want to do one thing.
Please.
On the grave before we left.
More good.
I'm sorry, part of me was like,
Ignatius
don't piss on it. I don't know why.
Ignatius
Lark would throw hands.
liked this person.
Lark would
Ignatius
throw.
liked this person. That is reserved for our enemies.
Yes.
Ignatius will cast both of his hands out in front of him, speaking a couple words, probably in Draconic, which is usually the language, or Primordial, actually, usually the language that he uses for magic. And he will cast, again, using creation, because it's such a fun spell. And the stone or kind of dirt that was over this grave becomes obsidian, entombing her.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
I like
gorgeous.
that.
It takes a little time, but he takes the time to change that, transmute that, and basically entomb her in obsidian. And it's very pure obsidian, to the point where if the sun was shining on the grave, you can see the outline of her deep within the semi-opaque stone.
Meg stands behind you as you do this, and she's really quite overcome by the gesture, because it's a tribute that not even gods typically get to do for one another. And so as you're standing there and you finish, you just feel like her arms are up around you from behind. She is a tall woman. She's like 6'2", and she's just holding you. Yeah, this little wizened, angry man, who just did a very sweet thing. She's like holds him, and she whispers in your ear, "Thank you. It's beautiful."
Let's go.
That means thank you in Ignatius speak. Oh, you're welcome.
He's crotchety, but he appreciated that.
Meg
He's
just
just old.
smiles because she's just kind of like, I'm older than this man, so I get it. Like, I have arthritis that's older. Like, I have arthritis that's older than that man. So, yeah.
Very fair. Also, ow. But very fair.
Ouch, but fair.
As you make your way back to the village, you see that there is now a strange horse in front of the tea shop. The saddle is particularly noticeable because it is very beautifully chased teal leather. It is gorgeous. It is a work of art. It's also incredibly expensive, and that means that whoever owns this saddle and is inside this tea shop right now is somebody of note. When you go in, you see a rather tall, lean man. You can tell that there's power in the frame. You can tell that this is not a pushover. This is not somebody that's just about a pretty saddle. He has on his hip a very beautifully fashioned dagger, but otherwise displays no other weapons. He's wearing a short cape that comes down about mid-thigh. Pretty beautifully made, but very practical for all weather. It has a hood. It can be rearranged and stuff. And when he takes his hood down, you notice that one of his eyes is completely and utterly bright gold. Not made of gold, not like he lost the eye and shoved gold in. It's just the eye is gold.
Right.
The other eye is completely black. He doesn't make direct eye contact for more than the briefest, just to acknowledge you, right? But he doesn't want to keep staring at you because he knows that makes people quite uncomfortable. So he kind of will drop his eye and he'll kind of tug the hood a little bit back in place. And he'll say, I beg your pardon, but are you the proprietor of this establishment?
I am. What might I do for you, sir?
I have a message for you.
And Satoru takes a deep breath and kind of braces itself. And what is this message?
He takes an envelope from beneath his cloak and hands it to you. And it is this heavy vellum envelope. This is rich stationery. This is statecraft type of envelope. This is something that this is the shit that you're about to get into is in this envelope. And it carries that weight with it. And you can feel it when it lands in your hand, that it's heavy with importance.
It lands in my hand, and I give Lark a look that just, like, that belies, like, fucking brace yourself, kid. I don't know what's
Yeah, I was
about
gonna
to
say
happen.
she's got like a hand on her mace.
You see Ignatius like behind everybody, and he's playing with spell fire. Like, it's not normal fire. Like, he's snapping his fingers without making any noise, and there's like blue sparks and flame as you open this. Like, he's getting ready to cast something.
And Satoru, in very deliberate movements, will very quietly open this envelope.
What are your hands telling you?
That is a great question. What are my hands telling me?
What are your hands
About
telling
this person.
About the person, or because he's not touching the person? So about the person or about the envelope?
I guess, is it only what he's
the
touching
envelope.
that he
No,
tells?
it's not only what he's touching, but just because he's technically touching something and this guy's in
Caress
distance,
his
what does he
cheek.
want to focus on the most?
Yeah, that's
I
a
think-
good question.
I think the most right now I want to focus on is the envelope I'm holding.
The envelope that you are holding is strangely benign. Not that it doesn't carry anything with it, but that its import is such that it will only become good or bad depending on what you choose to do with it.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay. And yeah, he will open the envelope and pull out its contents.
Inside are two things. Strangely, they don't seem like they would be as heavy as the envelope itself would have suggested. One of them is a letter that simply says, I hope you know that you've chosen the wrong side. But just in case you feel like changing your mind, this will help you find me. What is inside is a disc, a thin disc of silver that is essentially kind of like one of those puzzles with the different rings that you have to kind of line things up, except it's of course magical fuckery. So it's like a palimpsest of rings. So you've got tiers of rings within rings. So if you really want to find this guy, you've got to solve this thing, which is where the good or bad comes in. What do you choose to do with this object? Do you choose to use it? Do you choose to let it go? It can be a powerful tool. You can use it for scrying. You can use it for all number of things. But ultimately, whether or not the contents of this letter become good or bad is up to you. But you are essentially not being challenged. You are being informed that you made a bad decision. and you are being given the opportunity to rectify it and to choose the right side.
Satoru looks at the items in his hands, looks up at the man with the golden eye. And I inquire as to whom this is from.
The letter comes from the godchild, Inefriel. On the day of his birth, and before any of you can so much as even move a muscle, the man pulls out that dagger and slits his own throat.
Oh, shit.
As he falls, the black and the gold coalesce in his form, and he becomes a beautiful golden bird that flies out of the shop and far away, leaving you the horse with the beautiful saddle, the cloak, the dagger, and a pile of ash, and the contents of a letter.
Satoru, having just witnessed all of that, turns very slowly to Meg. Your brother, I presume.
Meg is white. She is dead white. And her eyes, which are like a crystal, they are like just an almost blue, almost silver crystal, are blazing in terror and anger. And she is holding on to a chair so hard you hear it creak.
Mm.
And she just said, "My brother's born. And we are not prepared."
Well, that makes my answer rather obvious then. He's going to hand the disc to Ignatius. My dear friend, I have a feeling that you could put this to our benefit. I trust this
depends
to
on
you.
what you want. Do you want me to find him, or do you want me to make sure he can't scry on us? I can't do both.
I'm a big fan of him not being able to scry on us at the moment.
That is my vote as well.
Second and third, whatever. I vote that as well.
Ignatius will, for the day, use his 9th level spell. His 1 9th level spell, and he will cast Dispel Magic on this item.
Ew.
And he will crush it in his hand.
Ooh.
As you do that, and you can do it, as you do that, you are all almost as if an earthquake has happened. You are all kind of thrown to the floor.
Oh, shit.
And you feel as if weight,
My hip.
like gravitic force, is just pulling you down to this floor.
More like an arthritic force.
Well, yes, that too. It didn't take much to get you on the floor, let's be honest. You were almost there. You hear in your heads, more than you think anyone else can hear, just laughter. That deep, old, utterly unconcerned with mortals laughter. And the item is gone. It's crushed, it's gone, and after a few moments, everybody can get up. But there is a notification. Weirdly enough, you see text in front of your faces, something you've never seen before. And the text simply says, "You have survived being noticed by a god." you get +5 to your health permanently. Because again,
All
you
right.
made the good choice. So everybody gets +5 hit points.
All right.
After
right.
this happens
5
and
hit points.
the tea shop door opens, do you have a bell on your door? Or like
yeah.
that little kind of bell? Yeah. You hear the bell.
Ting, ting,
And
ting,
Cord,
ting.
you feel like a tugging on like your back, like your shirt is kind of being tugged gently. And you turn around and it's the horse.
Oh boy. Hello.
And the horse
Horse in my tea shop.
The
It's a
horse kind of
beautiful
looks
horse.
at you like, yeah, there is, buddy. What? Yeah, I'm here. This horse
It's
is
really not the
fabulous.
weirdest thing that's been in your
Oh,
tea shop,
it's
to
not.
be fair.
This horse is a fabulous creature.
It's a gorgeous
Okay,
creature.
Cord. It is midnight black. It is that gorgeously blue-black color.
Yeah.
It is strong. It has beautiful lines. It's got that saddle on it, and it is looking at you like it is absolutely, you're its best friend. It's enamored with you, and it kind
What
of
does
like
what does your hand
nudges
say
you
about the
with
horse?
its head. It what?
What does your hand say about the horse? I don't trust the horse.
Okay.
Yeah, so Toro will put both hands out in front of the horse. You are a gorgeous creature, but just to check.
The horse is good. The horse is pure good. For all that the rider was a messenger of a newborn god, the horse is just a pure construct of good. And
Oh.
it has decided that Cord is its new best friend.
Oh.
Okay, good news and better news. Horse is very much good. And Cord, it seems to really like you.
Oh, good. It's beautiful.
Leans over to Lark. You might have some competition, kid.
Does the horse talk?
I really hope
You
he's
talk.
not interested in the horse the same way that he would be interested in me, but okay.
The horse
Quickly.
is a boy. Just
Quickly mount the
Or-
horse. Look.
That
up,
doesn't
horse.
stop. That's not going to stop anybody.
okay, well no, but this is a different kind of show. This is a family show. It's not after 9 p.m. The horse is a special breed that grew up in the Godlands, essentially. And the thing with the horse is just that they don't ever need to stop for rest. They don't ever need to eat. They enjoy it, but they don't ever have to. They don't have to sleep. They don't have to stop. They can run forever. So that is now your new best friend / familiar is this horse that for whatever reason you get. The horse chose you.
So I will mount the horse, as stated. I will be up there, and I will look.
In the tea shop?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Maybe
And I
we
will
take
look-
it outside.
Gonna have a fit.
I will look at Iggy, and I'll say, "Look, Old Spicy, I'm on a horse."
Good for you, lad. Good for
You
you.
are on a horse
Yes.
in my tea shop. Cord.
Maybe we take the
Still
horse
not-
out of the tea shop.
This is still not the weirdest thing to happen in the tea shop. I still
I-
think that the time rift, the time-space continuum rift, takes the cake.
Yes,
That was
100%.
Meg just
But-
looks at you
Yeah.
like, oh yes, I remember that even if I was a goose. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it was weird.
You now have a horse.
Still have feelings about that one.
Are you not going to like the horse the way he didn't like the goose? Could we all just maybe like all the animals? I feel like the animals have done us good.
I was
good
talking about
overall.
the space rift, not the horse. I'm fine with the
Oh,
horse.
okay. Oh.
Oh, it's just a horse.
So I will dismount the
I
horse.
do
and
want to
then
know
I will-
if it can talk.
That's a good
It
question.
can, but not to you. It can talk to Cord.
I cast telepathic bond on all of us, including the horse.
The horse gives you a look like nice try, asshole.
Ah!
we psychically link each other.
Wait a
Nope.
minute.
It works
wait a
on
minute.
creatures of intelligence 2 or greater.
I've got something for this. So when he tries to do that, I'll be like, wait, counterspell. It's mine.
I counterspell your counterspell.
Okay, how about we stop fighting over the horse and just take it
I just want to
outside?
talk to a
The
horse.
tea
I've never
shop.
talked to a horse
The
before.
tea shop. Talk to the horse outside.
I will guide the
Satoru
horse
just
outside.
shakes his head, goes behind the counter, and starts brewing a pot of tea. Just starts brewing a pot of tea for everyone. I don't even.
I
know
think
what to do with
Satoru's
this
got the
anymore.
right idea here.
Cord,
Horse, do you like tea?
what are you going to name the horse?
Oh no, I have to name it. I don't like to name it because then it
Oh
dies.
no, I have to name it.
That's how we get you.
That's the one thing I've thrown at you. You're not prepared.
I will call him. Oh man, I will call him Melody.
Melanie?
Nice.
Melody,
Melody.
Bird
like yeah.
singing.
Melody, like
Very bard coded.
bard stuff.
Yep.
The horse is
Hardcore
is
bardcore.
Melody.
Mhm.
Melody lets you know, Cord, that it can talk to you and you alone, unless you want it to talk to other people, and then it will. But only if you say so.
Oh. You may talk to everyone except for the one that is flaming. That's what I would whisper. It will drive him nuts. It'll be. We'll change the rules later, but right now it's great.
Melody just kind of like the hooves kind of do that little happy dance, like,
Mhm.
hey, I have a friend, I have a name. These horses are not ever given names until they are given masters. And clearly the rider, upon death, the name left the horse. So you had to give it its new name,
Awesome.
Wow.
Melody. The horse is just like, I'm happy. I got a new friend. I got a family. I'm in a nice place. The other weird guy is gone.
You do have to stay outside the tea house, though. It's not. It's a little weird if you were in there, and I don't want
Does
to
the
upset people.
horse like tea?
I'm just
do
saying.
you
I think
prefer
we should keep the horse
tea?
inside.
The horse thinks about it and says, I've never had tea. Is it good? I've had water. Water's okay. I don't need it, but it's nice after a long ride, you know. Is tea good?
Yes. Melody will have some tea, is what Cord will say.
Right then. Some lapsang souchong for everyone.
In like a
Trough of
bucket.
tea.
Yeah. He gets like a big bowl for the horse.
Just a pot.
Get a feed bag with scones.
We only feed our horse grade A horse scones.
The best blueberry scones. The best.
The best blueberry scones.
Melody says to Cord, check my saddlebag.
Ooh. He eagerly goes over and checks the bag.
Frickin'
There's a letter
Christmas.
inside.
Oh,
A letter
no.
that looks very familiar. A letter that
Satoru.
looks a lot like the one you just opened, as a matter of fact.
Satoru.
Hmm.
There's something in this bag for you.
Is it for me?
Yes, I think so. I need your guidance.
The horse is like, technically it's for anybody that wants to open it, but like, I wouldn't open it if I were you. I would give it to the other guy. Just let him deal with it.
All right. And Satoru, now has the tea steeping, and so he'll walk over and, all right, well, let's see what kind of trouble we're in now. Take the envelope, and we'll open it, and then we'll gaze at its contents.
Inside the envelope are two items: a letter and a silver disc.
Oh,
Oh,
hell.
he's
You open the
persistent.
letter. It says, I like it when they play hard to get.
Oh,
Don't be so quick to discard my gifts.
Satoru reads that one out loud.
how is gift spelled? Is it GIF? Is it GIF?
GYFTS. Yes, it's spelled,
That's spelled with an
JIF.
Is it a GIF? Is it a GIF?
No,
What-
Yeah.
no, no, we're not doing it.
No, God did not deliver a gift.
Ridiculous.
Please accept my gift.
And Cord loses
That
5 hit
sounds
points.
terrible. If somebody said that to me, I'd be like, no,
No.
thank you.
I will not.
There's nothing more that I hate than a persistent god.
Meg laughs at that. She just starts giggling because to her, after millennia, that's one of the funniest things that she's ever heard. And that is where we are going to conclude this episode.
Amazing.
Holy.
Thank you to everybody
This-
for sitting through this absolutely traumatic event.
This will
I-
conclude our 6th episode. Yeah, I can math. Of the 2nd season of Legends and Lore. We hope that you all stuck with us and enjoyed this amazing performance. And you will come back next week when I will bring this all to a very epic conclusion. So, until next time, keep grinning.
Thank you, everyone.